Is a first date even a date? Like, or is anyone
No.
making that kind of an effort?
No, I think it's an interview. Like, I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. Lately, it's an interview. Either you're sexy enough, or you're smart enough, or you fit the category they're looking for. And then if you're not, then you'll never hear from them again.
What would be your, I don't know, advice to guys? Because I feel like, I don't know about you, but I find like guys don't really approach you much in real life.
don't.
Like, it's all like hide behind screens, and
Yeah. Normally, I'm the one approaching guys on a bar.
Do you?
Yeah, I do all the time. I don't
Really?
mind. Yeah, I'm very confident, so I can be like, hey, I can buy you a drink. What's your
Yeah.
name? I'm Jessica. Or,
I love that you
know?
do
Yeah, I
that.
do it all the time. My friend thinks I'm crazy, but
And
it's
how is that
fine.
received?
Normally when I do that, it's
Yeah.
a good laugh, good talk. It either sometimes leads a little
Yeah.
forward, or if not, it's a good time out.
Okay, I want to know how you got the confidence to do that. I'm like such a chicken. I never do it. And I feel like I'm probably missing so many like chances.
Oh, I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, you just have to do whatever feels
Yeah.
right. I mean, you offer them a drink, they either say yes or no, and then you move on. Don't let it bring you down. Like, life's too
Yeah.
short, and like, who cares?
So are you online dating at the moment?
Yes, I am.
And what, like for you, or like, what are some of the best or worst sides to it? Like, how are your experiences going?
They're all pretty much the same.
Yeah?
Whether you can swipe left or right or up or down or click yes.
What makes you
So,
swipe right? What makes you swipe left?
If it's more than just like a selfie picture,
Yeah.
then you get a yes. But if it's just like you topless, then it's kind of a no. If there's dogs in it, then yes. Cats, no. Yeah.
What's your approach?
I mean, sometimes you like go on this stretch of going on tons of dates, and then other times you're just talking to these people for like 6 weeks, and it's like, okay, I'm done with this online relationship now, because then it just turns into that, and you just end up never meeting. The worst one was I went out on a date with this girl, and she showed up like half an hour late and chugged a pint of Stella in front of me, like the whole pint, and then belched in front of me. And then it lasted for as long as it took for her to finish that drink. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go home now. And I drove. So she's like, oh, do you mind giving me a ride home? And I was like, well, okay, fine. I just kind of got guilted into it. And on the way, she's telling me about like how she has 8 dogs and like 4 cats in her house and like 5 roommates. And then we get there, and she's like, so do you want to come in? I was like, no, I gotta go now.
So like get to know them before you just like blatantly ask them out right away. I know a lot of people like take that method of just like, oh well, like I just want to ask them out because like I'm not gonna bother with the chit chat.
In terms of dating etiquette, and when you're talking about like paying for dates, would you expect the guy to pick up the bill?
Like
It's okay if you're honest, because I kind of
I think you always,
appreciate it.
yeah, I do, but I went out with this guy from England, and he said in England, it's always 50-50.
Really?
And he said, like, in Canada, when he had been here, he was like, it's more likely that they kind of expect you where someone comes by and they're like, oh, like, so 2 bills or 1, and it's just an awkward silence. And then you're like, oh, yeah, I guess 1. But in England, apparently, it's always 50-50. So for the most part, the hardest part is, like, when, like, over that conversation, you get along really well with the person, and you're like, oh, well, this is going to be great. Like, the conversation is good. You try and be pickier with, like, that to try and only go out with people that, like, you have a spark with over conversation, and then you meet them, and they're, like, fucking crazy. So.
Okay. You said people can be fucking crazy. What are being some of the craziest dates then?
My most recent one was I was like chatting with this guy and he seemed really cool.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, what are you doing tonight? And I didn't really have plans. He's like, well, I'm going to like an adult bat mitzvah. Do you want to come? And I said, sure, because he seemed cool.
Yeah.
And it seemed like a good story.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got there and he came out in front of the bar to meet me because like his friend's girlfriend was converting. And so she took over a whole bar for her conversion party. So he came up to meet me, and I was like, oh, like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, well, you know, the world's an amazing place, and it's just a beautiful time to be alive, don't you think? And he, like, stroked my hair, and I was like, my jaw dropped. I think he was.
Like, positive person you've ever met in
I
your
think he was
life.
high, yeah. Anyway.
Did you stay for the whole thing?
I did, yeah. It was an open bar, so.
Oh, yeah. Good woman.
Thank you, yeah.